Testing, testing. Am I loud enough and stuff like that? Okay, testing take two, because now I can actually hear it if it works. Okay, that's good enough. The delay is horrible as per usual, but anyways, welcome fine people of the interwebs. I removed the screen cover right now because there's no point in covering up the dirty truth that is out there. Anyways, yes, I mean, this tractor is kinda dirty. So yeah, that's the dirty truth, that all my equipment is dirty and all that. Yeah, so I just go ahead and entertain myself. Hold on. Okay, so this is not just a regular live. It's also an intensive testing as to how everything behaves itself. Uh, did I park this funky? I don't remember that. So yeah, as I said, it's testing, and an eye is always on the YouTube Studio thingy because it gets on my nerves that it just doesn't do what I want to do. Uh, Truth be told, I never really spending time with actually figuring things out the way I should, because it's much easier to just uh, avoid problems and then uh, come back to them later. Yes, Pomach is here as well. You may be able to hear him all throughout the stream. And that's an eventuality because, truth be told, he is my dog, and it's not like it would work if I tell him to stop working. If he feels like it, he is working, and there's that. Also, another thing that I don't remember from the series is that this tractor is this shaky on this particular road. It wasn't driving this shaky, or I just don't remember. Also, this is kind of a right in the middle thingy, and I just loaded up a save file with a form where I'm actually going to pick up uh, like almost 2,000 small squares. But that's because, if you feel like it, that's because you haven't seen the series, which goes by the title Hungarian Retro Farming. Um, and yeah, there are 11 episodes altogether, uh, and I've been doing all kinds of things, mostly harvesting and baling so far. Uh, okay, a quick rundown now that we're here. So this is how it all looks like, more or less, and fields are not numbered and anything like that because simply everything is owned by the player. Of course, there are field numbers, but when you exit the uh, buying selling part, uh, you can see that it's covered up by the crops. Well, uh, when you look at these ones, the canola fields, it's actually just crop that was. These are harvested, and then there is there was a tiny strip of soybeans that I have harvested too. But the big job was to do the two canola fields. Of course, there is a small corn strip in the middle of this one, but that's an entirely different issue. And this was the one field that was actually harvested at the beginning when I first started out with the map. It's just indicated that it's corn because there are corn stalks over there. However, it's another field that we should do something with. Um, yeah, so these are the harsh realities of this map. Um, and another harsh reality is that I did this part once uh, during the weekend, but then of course the progress wasn't saved because I was actually doing it. I mean picking up all these bales. Um, and a power outage happened, so practically it's like it never happened. Yeah, that's the situation um, with all of this. So here we go. Just collecting a bunch of bales. Also, I enjoy making these small squares, it's good fun, but one thing I do not enjoy is collecting them like so. Because it's very difficult to notice them uh, among the stalks. They are hidden. And you have the feeling that you're actually going blind. And doing it from in-cab doesn't help either. I'm just saying this because I was testing. Um, so yeah, that's the whole situation. Um, so yeah, that's what's happening. I'm picking up small squares uh, on a crappy quality live stream, but I feel like I'm going to go up from there. Uh, and I'm still getting that one warning where I should set the frame rate to 30, which is ironic because the frame rate is already set to 30. So YouTube is out of its mind. What will happen eventually is that I will give in to Rob's nagging, and I will give OBS a try. However, I have bad experiences with OBS. Mind you, those bad experiences are from my old rig. Um, this one's supposed to be more powerful, but I had bad experiences. Just simply because I recorded like 1.5 hours or so once with OBS, and it turned out to be utterly useless. It went down the drain straight away. That's the situation here. That's going to take forever, because this setup takes like what 670 of these bales, and we are at 62. Just barely scratching the surface here. Yeah. Okay, so let's get back to the headlands, because that's the primary reason why I stopped to actually pick up these bales, because navigating the headlands with the tractor and the baler, yeah, this is the setup that I'm using right now to bale this field, the 4840, sorry, and this small lay baler. And yeah, as I said, navigating the headlands with these bales lying around is a nightmare. And Pamach is at it again, but that's usually how the evenings are spent with him, because him and his dog Bales in the neighborhood are just simply barking when they find anything that is moving. Ooh, the headlands are entirely up around these parts. That's interesting. Hmm. The other side of the field is somewhat done in terms of picking up and delivering the bales, because I actually had to get some extra bales to have a full load for episode. I don't even know which one, where I was showcasing how this double bale trailer setup looks like when it's fully loaded. So I had to go ahead and open up. I think the field wasn't fully harvested when I already built up the headlands, and some part of the other side. Yeah, there are a few parts here or there that are left out and not harvested, but it's whatever. Uh, the rest of the field gave me so much. Uh, I'm not even sure if all of the canola is sold, but I think I sold all of it already. Um, and it gave me quite a good sum. Yeah, so I think this is a normal size map, or is it the 4 times? I don't know, but it's definitely endless fields as far as the eye can see. Uh, just the edge of the map is what you can see. If you look that way is where the map is going. No end to the yellowness. I think there is a cornfield behind us. We are some way away from harvesting corn. Oh, and I'm already regretting because, but I need to do this eventually because I feel like my eyes are like flowing out or like it's bleeding. They are bleeding. It's it's not fun at all. I come over here once again to double check that I collected everything. And then there are bales on this side. These are actually freshly pressed bales. Okay, let's be gentle with these two. And then we actually go ahead and pick them up. Like so. 179 bales as we speak. So we are some way away from actually being done. Yeah, that's another problem, that these bales don't really give out a clear path along which you can collect them, because if you're collecting larger bales like large squares or round bales, uh, they are clearly along a path and you can follow that path and just pick them up without much hustle. But with these ones, you are just trying to maneuver among them and then pray for the trigger to actually catch them and put them to the trailer. The other method would be to go with in fact, there are two more methods to collect these bales, and this is not my preferred method, but I wanted to do it like so because it's much more authentic for our area. The other version is even more authentic, but I couldn't find a trailer that is nice enough for my needs. Is to have a sort of a trailer that looks like a cage. Uh, and those are also called bear trailers, so that's not a distinction. And so you could, or what I could do is that I come out to the field, stop at an area, and go ahead and pick up the bale and like manually add them to the trailer, like so, except that you actually have to throw them on top of it. I don't know what I do it like so for a while. It's even more action than. And then you run out of bales in a given area. Uh, and then you move on. So that's another method. And the other one is that you have a. Come on, can I please? Why can't I get into the tractor? What's wrong now? But my. Oh, I pushed something else and okay. So yeah, so you move the tractor. So the other version is that you have a chute or something like that. Like if I go to the store, there is a version of this baler. Um, this one, where as you can see there is a chute on it, and this practically brings the bales up to the. There is another version, or there are other versions which have a catapult, and those shoot, and this one just carries the bales up to the other trailer. I'm not sure, but I may have a. Hold on. If it's in. No, it's not here. I cannot show you guys, but anyways, the how the trailer should look like. But yeah, that's the other version, and I prefer that third option the best, when the baler actually puts the bales right ahead at the trailer without much messing. Um, yeah, but I decided to go with this version, so now we have to deal with it. And this is okay right now because the field is almost untouched, or at least there are large untapped areas where these bales are just lying around in the middle of the ground. But once I start to run short, um, it will become more and more difficult. I will actually have to look for them and try to find spots where are bales that I left for some reason. Yeah, so this gets messy pretty quickly. And the funniest part is that you're of course bailing up windrows, so they're supposed to be lying in a given direction, and they don't seem to confirm that. So that's the situation, and that is my problem with this one. And I think that this field will be the end of this setup. I will retire it because I actually have a Hashton baler back at the farm. And the next field I'm going to use that one. I also have a nice trailer that can pick up and handle Hashton bales like a dream. I actually inserted the auto load script in that trailer for my use. In fact, at the beginning of the live you could have spotted it if you were here. Um, or you just go ahead and click the link in the description, which takes you to the playlist, and seek out the episode where I showcase that. Oh, we're almost done with the first trailer. What do you know? 2 more and it's done. There you go. So now I actually shift to the other one. And the bad news is that this way the counter goes away. Uh, but I guess we'll see when it's full. How much can I pick up of this cluster? How many? Not many. Alright. Let's try and work our way towards the edge of the field, shall we? I'm giving instructions to myself. That's how I work. Yeah. Another thing that I didn't spoke about yet, though, is that today we're sweet up yeah. If I had a beer, that would go much smoother, but you cannot have beers all the time. Anyways, so yeah, we're supposed to be doing No Man's Sky with Rob right now, but Rob is busy otherwise. Uh, he's doing music. Uh, so yeah, No Man's Sky is coming tomorrow. It's not forgotten, it's just postponed because it's kinda pointless without Rob. In No Man's Sky, typically he is the host, so I couldn't even load that game without him properly, I think. Um, and this is like I'm actually killing 3 birds with 1 stone because I'm bringing you guys alive. I'm testing how it works, but I don't see any kind of change or improvement in the things, even though I went over the settings like twice. And I'm also making progress on this farm, because eventually I want to get to like a second season, kinda sorta, and to that I need to progress with the things around here. And I very rarely get to do this because these days I'm busy with actually creating the contents that I will bring to you starting with August. Uh, or when I'm fed up with that, I'm messing with Western Australia. But I figured I won't do Western Australia right now because over there I'm just having the combine do its thing on GPS, and that doesn't bring too much involvement. So yeah, I figured it's kind of pointless to stream that. Okay, I think we are getting close to the point where the edge of the field is over here is done, and we're moving more and more inwards, and that's a nice progress, because that means that these parts will actually be done. There is some left over here. It would be really nice if I could get all of these. Go. The problem is that I don't really see where the Bales are. And I'm low-key going blind. Also, that's why the camera is moving so frantically. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to find all the Bales. Oh, those are just tread marks or tire marks. Okay, we're getting there. Slowly but surely. uh, I'm not even sure if I'm actually picking up Bales. Um, let's say that I did. And if I zoom out too much, then I won't see the Bales. But I will see if they appear on the trailer. They do, okay. Oh, I picked one up with my axle once again, didn't I? Yes. I hate it when this happens. It's so very, very bad. Yeah, I'm supposed to go this way to pick up everything. Uh, and I feel like it turning around, trying to iron it out, but it won't ever be straight. Right? It's always the edge of the bale line of the threshold of the bale threshold will always stay crooked on it. Um, the fun part is if you check out all of the bales are uh, like it seems like I was going this way and laying them out like so, but actually the baler was going in the direction where the tractor is facing now. So that was the general heading, and still uh, the bales are facing this way. Oh well, it is what it is, I guess. Turn around once more and wade into the sea of bales because that's how we roll. That's how I roll. And in real life, this bale wouldn't be a bale anymore. I'm just saying. Uh, I do wonder if we get more realistic bale physics in FS22. Uh, Also, yesterday I signed up for the camp that actually wants more realistic soil physics, but still not entirely the way it is in spin tires. Uh, but in a dynamic, weather-dependent way. Also, I feel like the way it would be really, really cool if it would involve drainage as well. And I think that's the primary reason why we will never actually get dynamic soil or real soil physics in this game, because in terms of agriculture, that is way too involved. Um, because soil characteristics are actively manipulated in the world of agriculture. And then it would bring along uh, that kind of the necessity for that kind of a mechanic to actually be able to do drainage, build the drainage around the field and stuff like that, and actually to be able to like uh, change elevation and whatnot by actually working the earth. That would be really really cool if you could dig up trenches and whatnot if it's necessary, uh, or if there is a hill that you're that you're not happy about because let's say it's not combine friendly. There is a ridge uh, that is going across the field, then you can go ahead and work it out with an excavator or something, or a bulldozer. Mm, and generally tillage would move the soil around and you should like level it every now and again. Now that would be something that I could stand next to, but just simply have dynamic soil so that the tractor gets stuck in the middle of the field. I don't see the fun in that. If you want that, please play Spin Tires and SnowRunners. I do play those games and I love them and enjoy them, but still, uh, I couldn't imagine this in this game that thing just for the heck of it to to get stuck in the middle of the field. That's in and of itself. I feel like it's pointless. That's the case with it. For me, at least, that's how I feel. So, yeah. Okay, so I think that we are more or less done with this section of the field. Um, it's actually ready for uh, tillage. Now here is where I am at a pickle, because obviously these fields need um, need lime, and they are in need of plowing. But I also feel like messing around with the brush hog and make these stubs be useful and actually be like cultivated in. I don't know. Then again, it would be a heck of a work to do that. Because I imagine the biggest brush hog that has this stubble cultivation function is like around 3 meters. I do have a few available on this save file, so if we go to the shop, I can show you guys. That's a nice way of relaxing for me while collecting the bales. I think they are, no, they're not in power harrows, are they in cultivators? Not even there. These harrows, no. Where are they? Not under leaders. Are they under mowers? I think yes, and then you have to choose between, yes, like this is one and this. Okay, this is 3 meters, and the other RZ3 is 3 meters as well. Oh, do I have like, oh, I do have like 3 different. Oh, okay, I see how it goes. So this is one where I think it's just a standalone mower, and this is a package where we have and we have this. This is the cultivator option. Yes, so it's 3 meters wide, as I said, or 3 meters narrow. It's always a point of view. Yes, or a difference in the point of view. If it's 3 meters wide or 3 meters narrow. If you compare it to something that is 1.5 meters wide, then it's definitely wider. But if you look at the cultivator that I will use in this map, which has a working width of 10 meters, then it's narrow. So yeah, the point where I'm lost, and I should actually experiment with it, is if this counts towards a layer of fertilization, in spite of the fact that you are, or I am plowing in the lime, because that's how it's supposed to work. Or can I do it so that I stubble cultivate, or like brush hog basically, then plow? Does that count? You see my gripes with the whole situation. Ooh, we're actually getting close to being done with this round. Um, yeah, so that's and now this, you see, this is why it's a good idea every now and again go to the public for ideas, because now that this idea is stuck, what if I actually go ahead and try this out? Yeah. I think we'll give it a try once I'm done with this load. How about that, guys? Well, at least we start to brush hog an area. Uh, in the one field where there are the corn stalks. Uh, since I am in an experimenting mood anyways. This doesn't feel... No, I take it back. It feels just as shaky looking at it from the inside. Here you go guys, some genuine MTZ82 feelings for you. Trust me when I say it's not that different from how it looks in real life. It's actually pretty realistic. Some simulation for you. One thing though that no one has to be afraid of is that we roll over, because the two bear trailers will prevent us from actually rolling over. Oh yeah, the paved road is ahead. It will be much smoother. But before that, this large slump of mud. Okay. Now to look out. I think we're clear to go. I need to check both directions because turning out on the road actually takes both lanes. At least with this tractor. You naturally tend to take a wider turn. It's not like I would see anything behind the trailer. It's not like I would need to see anything. Oh, yeah, the neighbor with his small cabin MTZ80. And that one piece of more that he is pulling around like all the time. And the cement road is ferociously working. And over here is the selling point for the bales. I didn't even check how much we get for straw currently. Could be better, but oh well. actually need to hold on. Like so. We actually need to make sure that the trailers are parking in the. Oh, yeah, that's the one that we need to push. And then all of them gone. Well, we got some money. Could be better, but I guess that's what we get right now. Now move the second trailer to the trigger. Are we good? Oh, we're actually past the trigger. Hold on, let's reverse back. Yeah. Oh, we need to hit you first. What's the matter with you? Oh, yeah, I see the problem. Now, oh, yeah, because that's my fault and mine alone. There we go. Now it's empty. Alrighty. Now, how do I get out of here? Yeah, I know. This way. Let's go back to in-cab view. It's immersion for Rob, although he's not here just yet. He may drop in later. Uh, we'll see. Wow, that took like 50 minutes or so, am I right? We've been live for that long, weren't we? Hold on, I think I have a... Oh, yes, I do have a bit more than 50 minutes, yes. To actually... well, okay, so I had to pick up the trailers in the yard and... ooh, I didn't look around. I was playing it bravely. Then again, the roads are wide open. Uh, hey there, neighbor. I think I pushed something that's... Oh, that's supposed to be the horn. Never mind. Mm. Oh, come on, now I have to... You know what? I will play it dangerously. There we go. Because otherwise I would have to let all of that pass. So that is something that you definitely shouldn't try at home, kids. Uh, or out in the real world. So yeah, this over here is the field where we are going to theory test the brush hog and the plowing and all that. Not the. I don't think we will get to the plowing today. That is pretty involved. Although I think we have everything to that, but no, I'm not sure if I want to spend that kind of money right now. We'll check it. Uh, hmm. I don't feel like parking it under the roof, but I will anyways. I might as well. There we go. Yes, and this here is the trailer for the Heston Bales. Yeah. I will switch back to outside view. Oh, hold on a second. I actually need to put the. In order for this to work, I need to put back the 3-point hitch. It doesn't have a 3-point hitch right now. Customize. Yeah. Yes, now it has a 3-point hitch. There we go. I can actually pick that thingy up. So yeah, we are going for yeah, 40 horses. We have way more than that. I think we're going to be cheap. We need to fix it up, but that's... Oh! Why did I remember so that it has a... Okay, so we can go back to that setup. It's much better with that one, I feel like. Okay. For some reason I remember that this one goes to the 3-point hitch, but it doesn't. So we go back to the Vonola, that's how it's called. So that's practically the trailer hitch option. So yeah, we also need to pull this bad boy into the oh, that PTO looks interesting, but outside of that we are fine. It's classic Hungarian stuff, so that PTO thing shouldn't be an issue. Yes, repair, please. Because otherwise it would be painstaking. I do think I have stubble cultivator on. I do hope that I have it activated. We'll see in a minute. I will actually be a gentleman and go down to the entrance to the field, because this map is how to put it in a in a in a sophisticated manner. Okay, so my gripe with maps that are typically made by people from other countries is that they don't have... Okay, so it's cultivating straight ahead. But you know, it's kind of strange. Oh well, let's see what it does. So where was I? Yes, so my gripe is that typically it does make it go away. They forget that you need entrance to your field. It doesn't seem like adding a layer of fertilization. That's interesting. I feel like I will have to do further tests. Anyways, I might as well stop it, because it doesn't really have a point. Yeah, it kind of wasn't what I was hoping for. First off, it shouldn't really cultivate the residue in, just drop it on the ground if everything works to plan. And second off, it should add a layer of fertilization. I think stubble cultivator adds in that function. I'm not even sure if I have that script on. I will have to check it later on. Yes, just drop it in the tall grass. That's how we roll here in Hungary. Let's park it here under the shade. So let's check out if we do have the Steiger. What do you know? We actually do have. So for twin wheels or broad wheels, definitely not standard. Let's go for twin wheels. Decal 3, which is no decals, or I don't know, is that? No, it's not that. Yeah, I feel like having this one. Wind color, design color. No, it's not. Could go for a bit more. Okay, so I feel like this is the way to go, and since we're cheap, we're going for second-hand option. That means we will have to fix it up. And as for the plows, I go with this one, design. Yes, go with this. I could go for yellow, but I won't. And this is also going to be second hand. We can fix them up together. This is already a taste of what's coming in season 2. How practically it's season 2 now, isn't it? Oh, these reversing with these vehicles is a nightmare. Going forward is much better though. Let's stop it and let's quickly run through a service routine. You see, even with fixing up, I have saved a good 20,000 money. At least on the tractor. I don't even remember how much on the plow. Let's fuel up. Yes, diesel, please start. We're going to need lots and lots of fuel, because this bad boy will have to plow up all of the fields. Yes, and maximum speed is 25 kilometers an hour. That writing is iconic, trust me guys. For us Hungarian people, this is interesting. The dirt map on the stickers is a bit off, if you ask me, but otherwise it's a fine piece of machinery. You can, if you fancy a Raba like this one, you can get it in the official mod hub, and the plow is available as well. So here we go. I went down to the lowest of the low. I'm actually plowing on a live stream. If my mom could see me now. The trees will move out of the way once we're done with the headlands, don't worry guys. Also, this setup actually doesn't feel half bad. It's actually kinda nice. Okay, so we won't stubble cultivate this field, but that's fine anyways, because I want to turn this into a meadow. I want to put in, well, most probably grass. Although this map has multi-fruit options, and I could go for alfalfa or clover, but I will most probably go for regular good old grass. And produce standard hay bales off of it. I will have to get back for that bit. It's fine though. Yeah, it feels nice, this setup. but I will set a worker loose anyways. Well, not on this field. I feel like I will have to do this because this one has a bunch of electricity poles that are running across. There is there is a landline. Um, that's part of the reason. You see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you should be able to smoothen out parts like this with the plow and the cultivator and stuff like that. Or a combinator or some sort of a tool. Where was, yes, anyway, there is this line, this overhead line that's running through. That's why I'm going to turn it into a grass field, because other than that it's a pain in the lower parts to keep it cultivated all the time and harvested and all the good stuff. Some in-cab action, not much to see from here. And also, I would like to point out that over here, uh, practically between your legs, is the gear shift, or the stick at least to shift gears. That's how these machines were made. That these were placed dead center between your legs. Uh, that's something that people who actually drove these always emphasize. Imagine, kiddo, that the gear shift was between your legs the whole day. Mm. But still, these are legendary machines. Actually, quite a lot of them are still running nowadays. However, uh, they are they are usually going through a very thorough renewal process before being put back in the field. Well, more often than not, because these machines are highly coveted um, relics of the past, and the ones that are in running order uh, are like, like that valuable family heirloom. So generally speaking, they are well looked after for the most part. So yeah, they are still running, and some of them actually there is a project where one of the large uh, agricultural machinery distributors that is distributing the John Deere equipments offers an engine swap, uh, and they swap out the classic 250 horses Raba engine for a John Deere engine that is, I think, significantly more powerful. Um, I think it's one of the engine options either for the 8R series or the 7R series, but it's definitely more make it more powerful, because with 250 horses this was considered a heavy tractor back in the day, but nowadays it's actually in the mid range. I think the 250 is not even the top of the 7R series with John Deere. I think it goes up to like 290 or something. Oh, hold on, we made a full circle, so we go outside a bit. But classically, this one has a turbocharged 250 horses Raba engine. Raba is a Hungarian truck and tractor and everything, well, machinery manufacturer, or it was one. And it was named after a river that is called Raba. And basically the way it works is that they acquired the license. I think American viewers know this shape to belong to the Steiger Panther 2, or what's its name. Anyways, that is made after the license of a Steiger tractor. So basically the predecessor of the Case Steiger tractors. The Case Steigers are called those because Case CNH acquired the Steiger tractor company, right? And that's how they started to produce their own articulated tractor line. Yeah, but so anyways, Rabo has acquired the license to that model. And then they started to develop on the concept, and they arrived to several interesting things that I think everything beyond the 250 model, which is this one, has only seen a few prototypes, but none of the later developments with more powerful engine options and whatnot went into production. This was mass produced, and the one with the slightly smaller engine option, the 245, which had an engine with 245 horses. Yes, and here in Hungary it's not called a Panther or anything like that, it's just Raba, not even Steiger, because well, we are much closer to Germany than to the US, so we tend to say German words in the German way, not in the bastardized English version. So for us it's Rabasteiger. But in turn we tend to bastardize English words. So my tongue always keeps slipping, and I call Heston Bales Hashton Bales, because that's how that brand is pronounced for some reason in Hungary. I mean, actually the brand Hashton is called Hashton as well. So yeah, that's how it works. Everything is backwards here in Hungary. We are strange folks. Yeah, I think you can hear the turbo if you pay attention. Definitely when I stop and then give the gas again. I mean, these beasts were legends in their own days, and nowadays, as I said, they are like relics, uh, venerated, kind of like in a Warhammer way. Uh, like if you ask older guys who have any connection to agriculture about what they think of the Rabas tiger, as we call them here in Hungary, they will go like, yeah, they don't produce machines like those anymore, uh, and those were the the best tractors in their own days. That's probably because they, well, I mean, people knew about the John Deeres and whatnot because those were actually available and they were in use here in Hungary. But still, I think the reason why these were especially uh, beloved was that they were produced here in Hungary. They were 100% ours in the sense that they were put together here. Mm, well, some people tend to know that these were developed here in Hungary. They don't know the uh, true story, that it's uh, not really Hungarian development. I've heard people tell the story the other way around, of course, that the Rabas tiger is so cool that the Americans bought up the license and produced it for themselves. And then you may try to explain them that no, 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 it's the other way around, but they are they won't believe you. They will say that you're a Western spy or something like that. People and the things that they seem to know and don't remember. Oh, that electricity pole in real life most probably would be gone from that little love tap. Now it's the other way around. Yeah, the only part that I'm not comfortable with is reversing. That's partly because I very rarely drive articulated vehicles. Generally speaking, in this game, well, and in other games too, I tend to avoid these articulated machines because they simply feel unwieldy compared to the regular plain old tractors. Yeah, so this is how we ended up with plowing, while the title of the live is really fiddling with Bales. it's kind of funny, isn't it? Feel like I'm going to do another headland, but I need to lift the plow. And, oh, wrong button. And to keep up the width, start again at this section. Then of course we'll have to do that again, although we could fix up this part like so. If I don't mess up again. Don't worry guys, eventually I will learn how to drive this one. If I would go ahead and plow all the way, like the entirety of this map, at the end I would be very good at it. Okay, this turn we kinda can do. Then again, we have to lift the plow again. Yeah, the stickers are definitely funky on this one. Oh well. I'm not sure if this is the updated version or not. We'll have to check it after the stream. I have to check a bunch of things. Let's try and fix this part as well, shall we? Very good. And then I lift it up. Also, let's see how it looks like on the minimap. Yeah, if you put the needs line back up, you can see the progress that we made right now. Not half bad. Oh, hold on, I need to put it back in the ground. I feel like quickly taking a shot so as to. That's the sole reason I have this thing on, so that I can hide the HUD. Uh, the problem is that. Never mind. I will do it from this direction, anyways. So it's going to be like I can backpedal. Like a thumbnail for the video to view back, or for those who come in later. Uh, oh, I need to put that thing back on. It's not that I would really need it for plowing, it's just for, you know, for safety's sake. It's like a safety net for me. Uh, yeah. Okay, so this is the part where it's going interesting, because right now I'm going for like almost 1 hour and 35 minutes, and usually this is the part where I get axed. I don't know if it's by YouTube or by Shadow Play, but one of the two for sure. So it may happen any second. So for that reason, thanks everyone who checked in. If uh, if we get axed before I get to the end of this headland, then I say thank you. And also be sure to tune in tomorrow, when it's going to be much more interesting, because um, it's going to be No Man's Sky, and we're going to do it together with Rob, and you can watch my point of view over here at YouTube, and I will also link Rob's Twitch channel in, because Rob is usually streaming on Twitch when we're doing this thing. So yeah, it's definitely going to be worth tuning in. Uh, that being said, right now we're getting to the end of the line. So yeah, once again, thank you for coming. Thank you for watching if you watched it later. Dropping a like is definitely helpful and appreciated. You may even subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Uh, that being said, I think this is the end of this live, and see you guys next time. TTFN.